Yeah, I know, right? Are we live? Are we live? I don't know.
Go for it.
Welcome back to another episode of Reseller Lunchbox. My name is Jay. I am Big City Flips. My co-hosts are Lori, the Happy.Picker, Triple R Collections, and we are here with a special guest, ABCMATT. And you know, I'm so excited for this. ABCMATT, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Hey, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so let's start it off. Hi, guys. I'm ABCMATT. The ABC stands for American Born Chinese until I went into the card breaking world, reselling world, and then they gave me, they say, keep the ABC, you'll always be closing. So I'm like, I kept it as ABCMATT. So where it all began, I was an eBay person since 1999. At that time, I was still in college, and I bought from Yahoo auctions, and I sold it on eBay for a little bit of side money. Fast forward, I took a little break. 2017 came around, and I moved from New York City to Portland, Oregon, and then from that point on, I went down the YouTube rabbit hole, and I was like, who's this Kevin the Commonwealth Picker guy? I'm like, what is he selling? I'm like, wow, these stuff really sells? I'm like, this is amazing. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna dip my feet in the water and try it out. And to this day, Kevin, if you're watching, it's been a blessing and a curse. It's I gotta thank you and also blame you to get me into this reselling world. But
Gosh, you couldn't have moved much further.
Yeah, that's another story I could talk about. But you know, I collect. You know, Jay, you said you resell everything, right? I'm the type where I resell anything I could carry. I consider myself not a full-time, not a part-time reseller. I'm a hobby reseller, and what that means is I have a decent day job that pays the bills and everything, and I do reselling for the fun of it. And you know, a little pocket money doesn't hurt either. But I also take mass transit to everywhere I go. So to and from, I take mass transit. So it has to be feasible that I could carry the stuff back home. And I live in a big city, so there's some challenges with that as well.
What big city do you live in?
So I live in Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
The modes of transportation, not a car, is light rail, bus, streetcar. So when I do my sourcing, it's very methodical. I was like, if it's an estate sale, I actually go to like the realtor's website. I check the floor plan of the house, so that way I could get a leg up from other people. They make the wrong turn, I make the right turn. It works out for me. Garage sales, it has to be, the volume has to be in a certain section of the neighborhood. That way it's less traveling for me. So that way I can hit boom, 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 boom. And then we have 3 Goodwill bins, but I try to avoid them because they're not my cup of tea.
3 of them, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
You carry your IKEA bag everywhere you go?
Yeah, so I carry 3 13-gallon IKEA bags with me, plus my backpack, and then I have extra bags if I need them, if I know I'm going to be buying a lot. But
that's a lot to carry.
Yeah, but it's that New York mentality, because in New York City, no one drives, so I lug everything from there, and I don't mind it. I'm still young. I could do it.
So have you ever been anywhere, had all your bags filled, and then seen some other things like, I cannot carry it?
Yeah, so what I do is I build a rapport, especially estate sales. I build a rapport with the company. That way, like, if I build that relationship with them, they trust me. I'll buy a lot, and then I say, hey, I'll come back for the rest. You know, trust me. Just put on the side for me, and they'll give me that trust. And how I build that trust is I say, hey, you know, I can advertise for you too. I have a YouTube channel, so you know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. So if you could give me any information or you give me a discount or something, I'll gladly advertise your company on my channel.
Yeah, it's very important to build those relationships. I see you probably did a really, really good job at, because especially if you're catching the bus or catching any mass transit, light rail, you need those relationships because those arms are always going to get tired and get full. So yeah, that's awesome.
And it's an animal where I am too, because people would, what estate sales, they'll give you a zip code but won't disclose the address until later. These people would drive the entire zip code trying to find where it is. Some people would camp out too, so I have to try to get the leg up on those types of people.
That's right. Always ahead of everyone.
Yeah.
So do you consider yourself a shark?
No, I just consider I grind and work hard, and I like it too. So it helps. If you love what you do, it makes things easier.
So that's a question for you guys. If you were an animal in reselling, what animal would you be?
What's the happiest animal we can think of? I don't know.
What animal would you be? Since you're a reseller, and in reselling, what animal are you? You hear a lot of people say they're sharks. We're sharks in the water. We're lions. We're tigers. What are you?
I know. I'm a bird because I'm cheap.
That's a good one. I like that. That's good.
Yep, I like that one too.
Don't ask me what kind of bird though.
Rams popped in and said he's a sloth.
Sloth, yeah.
I'm gonna say I'll be a lion because I roam. I like to roam, and I prowl. I'll say a lion.
I don't know. Yeah, I know that.
That's deep. That's deep thinking. Hold on, let's get away from that.
Yeah, circle back around in 10 minutes when I've had time to think.
Kent said a honey badger.
They stole my thought process. I was going to say a honey badger because I don't care. I don't care how people think of how I get my sourcing.
Yeah, that's how my brother loves to dig through boxes. There's like boxes under the tables, or you go to flea markets, or a lot of times you never know what you're going to find at the bottom of that box. You just keep digging and digging and digging. So, yeah. So what got you? I mean, everybody. I'll tell you, Kevin Commonwealth got a lot of people into reselling. A lot of people. Is there anybody you follow now on YouTube that you see that's upcoming, or that that helps the community out?
Yeah, it's so hard. I try to help as many people who have less subs than me out, but also helping people who have more than me. But it gets to the point it's so hard to support everybody because you just don't have the amount of hours to do everything. So I try to be there in spirit and help in any way. Like if they need help with sales, I would buy something on eBay or something like that. Or I promote them. I try to do the little things.
You like buying signed autographed tennis book?
Yeah, I happen to got it from this great person, Triple R Collections. He acted well. I just loved it. The reaction. He said, "Hey, I made the sale." I had to see that reaction.
No,
what was the reaction?
I 100% appreciate that, and it was really nice to just kind of get one over on Chad, because he was like, "Oh, you're not gonna sell that or whatever," and then cha-ching. So
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I had a little inkling. I wanted to do that to Chad, so I wanted to see Chad's face.
It was funny. It was perfect. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, I heard you when you were introducing yourself. You said you did a lot of breaks, card rips.
Yeah.
Did you do that live?
Well, I did breaking for a little bit, but for the most part, I was a customer of a breaker. So I had incredible luck. I was getting really good cards from big products, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna keep going until this luck runs out. And
have you ever thought about breaking yourself then?
I did at a moment. I was thinking about it, but I was saying it's not cost effective because I like to do it with the big name products, and you know how it is. You buy expensive box and you don't even get your money's worth when you open it. So
Right.
it's kind of hard. And then like breaking itself, it's a lot of work. And then during that time, there was a lot of shadiness going on. So I'm like, I don't want to be in this world anymore. So
Yeah, it is a lot of shady, and it's a lot of gambling too. I mean,
it is. It is. I admit it. I'm a little bit of a degenerate, but I'm not in the card world, that is, anymore.
well, you do. I tell you, I don't know if these guys know, in the chat, but ABCMATT has a lot of big cards, some nice stuff, and he was just showing me a nice.
Nah, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
He was just showing me a nice Aaron Judge rookie patch.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had that in handy if you want to show
Oh, yeah.
everybody, but really
So,
nice.
It's 2017 Topps Dynasty, 1 of 1. It has this all-star batting glove in there, and it's the BGS 10, which is hard because Beckett, when they're grading, they hate grading thick cards, and this is indeed thick card. So to get a black 10 it's like a diamond in the rough.
What do you think that's worth? The
Yeah.
value on it?
Comparables, I see things go for about anywhere from 2.5 to 300,000.
Wow.
I rejected a dealer who offered me 25K, and I think it will go up in value because even if he doesn't get that World Series ring, I think the way he's going, he's probably going to hit the Hall. So if he hits the Hall of Fame, I will make my money from there.
Well, I think what is Bowman first auto sold for $2.5 million?
Correct.
Around that, yeah, 2.5 million. So, yeah.
Yeah, so we will see. Maybe that'll be retirement, maybe not, but that's a gamble you take, right?
That's the gamble you take.
Yeah.
You're in good hands with those cards.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And did you just get that in a break you did? Where did you get that?
Yeah, so I got this in a break. It was a division break, and I got the AL East, and I got that card, and it's one of those products where it's one box, one card. So the chances of you hitting a card, any kind of card, is really slim to none. So the fact that I pulled that was great. But
so what'd you pay for it? Do you remember?
I think I paid $125 for the division. So
what an investment. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I also in the break I hit a Babe Ruth cut auto. I bought the Yankees and I paid like $116 for it, and I got a Mark Teixeira Diamond League booklet autograph jersey, a David Cone silver frame autograph. I pulled out the Babe Ruth. So those 3 cards, I made so much money off of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
Hey, the chat, Upstate Picker says, Ken Golden has just entered the chat.
Actually, I sent my Star Wars autograph cards to Golden, and Golden sold it for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a good amount of money for that. So,
have you guys seen the show that they have on Netflix?
Yep. Yeah, with the cards.
Well, it's more than just cards though. They do all kinds of stuff. I think they've done like they'll buy like Pez or buy and sell Pez. Like I've seen one episode they were doing Pez, another one they're doing cards, some of the other ones are doing like different memorabilia or collectibles. And
oh yeah,
yeah. But there's 2 of the guys from that show. What is it, like Rob and Robbie, I think, or whatever. They're actually local to here in Baltimore. They got a shop called Robbie's First Base.
I heard of them.
Yeah. And they had a show also at one time that was similar to I think it was the same producers as the Pawn Stars. Mm-hmm. It was very short lived, but it was the same idea. It was a sports memorabilia shop, but it was the same idea as the Pawn Stars kind of thing, which was cool. But I think they had like Pete Rose on there a lot. Like he visited the shop very often, and so it was just kind of neat seeing that side of it, because a lot of people don't see like the inside and functionality of a sports memorabilia shop or sports card shop.
Yeah. Question: Pawn Stars or American Pickers?
American Pickers.
American Pickers.
American Pickers.
American Pickers.
Yeah.
Pawn Stars is a little bit, it's for the ratings.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
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 I got full on honey badger. That's where they say, was it Mike? Full on honey badger.
Lori,
Yeah.
to give you a short story of why I moved so far from New York to Portland, Oregon, it's because my wife's friend moved to Portland, Oregon, and we kept visiting her, and we liked the place. And then all of a sudden, my wife in her 30s, she got shingles from stress, and we were working like 13 hours a day at our job. We worked in the same workplace, so we know how it is. But she got stressed from it, so we like, all right, we got to do some life-changing moves. So she got Airbnb there, get a feel of the place, found a job, found a place for us. I moved stuff over. She was on my medical plan, and then I quit my job and I was on her medical plan until I found a job. So we were separated from each other about a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, Portland's beautiful country. I would love to go back and explore there again sometime.
If you come, I'll be your host. I'll welcome you with open arms.
If only I could make your reseller meetup. I was going to ask you how that's going. It's
closer. Yeah, so that's a perfect opportunity to bring up my meetup. I always said, like, when the West Coast ever has a meetup, it's always in Vegas, and I go, there's more to the West Coast than just Vegas. So I was curious. Yeah. I want to see how it's set up, how it is to set up a meetup. So I did one in my neck of the woods. And I did an orientation video for people to get a feel of what to expect and if they have time after reselling, what to do as a tourist. So I had an orientation video in there. I have about, I don't know, in my 20s or semi-guests so far for it. I didn't expect it to be that big anyway, because I need a promoter. I don't have a good promoter for it. So, and I know that most of the reselling world is more in the Midwest and East Coast. So I kind of knew that there's not going to be a good turnout in the West Coast. But the fact that I got 20-something people is pretty good. But
you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. So I did set up an Eventbrite website for it. It's if you go to eventbrite.com and you search for a PNW reseller meetup, you'll see it there, and all the information is there for them.
Remind us when it is.
Oh, it's May 8th and 9th.
Okay.
May 8th, I got a private room in a brewery. So long that we spend X amount, the whole room is free. We're going to do games and prizes and stuff like that. I got a little bit of sponsorship for it as well. May 9th is going to be sourcing to their heart's content. I'm going to find out what they want to do as sourcing, and I'll give them the leg up on how to tackle it. And then we reconvene at a place that used to be an insane asylum. And they tore it down, and then it's all like a food truck pod. So food trucks all over the place in that designated area. So you can't tell me that you can't find something to eat over there. And we just reconvene for lunch and tell our stories of what we found and everything. So it's pretty straightforward.
Cool.
Yeah. I wanted to keep it like a West Coast vibes, to keep it like kind of casual and not that structured, because some people like it, some people don't.
Sounds a little bit like the Nashville meetup a little bit, the kind of the laid back nature of it and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
So awesome. I hope it's successful and you do it again, and we can maybe put it on our calendar for next year.
Sounds good. It's a lot of work, guys. I think Corey from Grams and Pops Vintage said it best, is like saying that it's fun to go to, but it's a lot of work to organize, and indeed it's a lot of work to organize.
Yeah. But they are great. Something about hanging out with people that just get you. Other resellers. Yeah.
Reselling is a very solitary, and the fact that you meet like-minded individuals and you could ping them for what their thought process, how they tackle something, and maybe give you some thought process how to do your stuff. It's really good camaraderie between the community.
What sets you apart as a reseller among other resellers?
I would say that I'm not that analytical. Some resellers with like, sell-through rate. I gotta count how many things are listed and how many sold, and do a formula to know if the sell-through rate is right. I'm more laid back. I go, hey, you know, if I see a lot and I don't see much sold, okay, I'm not picking it up. You know, I try to keep it simple. You hear a kiss, right? Keep it simple, stupid, and that's what I try to do. And you know, I'm very picky with I source. I mean, I'm not a live seller that could just buy volume and sell it on live. I'm more to do the static listings. So, but not only that, I'm really picky because it has to be feasible for me. Because one, I don't have as much storage space as most resellers. Two, I'm taking public transit, so I got to be able to carry it. Three, I need it out the door because I don't want it to just pile up. So I really don't have much of a death pile. As soon as I source, I list it immediately.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many items would you say you have listed right now? Do you know?
I think I have about 400 something out there. I try to
That's pretty
I
good.
tend to be gravitate anywhere from 400 to 500 listings on eBay. I have maybe a few others that I have stashed away. I have like clientele that reach out to me on an email basis, so I do it away from any platform. And then I have some stuff that I sell to dealers, and I sell directly to dealers, and that is away from the platforms as well. So it's a little deceiving when people look at my store and they go, oh, you know, he looks like small time. He hasn't sold that much really. He doesn't have that much feedback. But really, I do a lot of my sales behind the scenes and not with a platform itself.
Well, even if that's not true, if you're a hobby reseller and you're just doing it because you enjoy it and want some extra income, that's okay.
Yeah.
So since you list everything that you get,
Yeah.
you have no death pile. How many days typically can you go without listing?
1 day.
1 day.
Yeah, because I hate the fact that it's sitting there in my place and there's no potential for it to sell. I'm like, it's just collecting dust over there. I'm like, every time I see it, I'm like, I'm gonna be dreading it. I'm like, I have to put it up.
Right. If they can't see it, they can't buy it.
Yeah.
That's the whole like retail mentality. Like I remember my first job when I worked retail, and you know, it's kind of like if it's in the back room and it's not on the shelf out on the floor, it can't sell. So you know, you have to put it out there so people can see it.
Yeah. I just hate it. I hate it just sitting there with no potential of sale. I'm like, it has to sell.
So do you ever have nothing to list? And how long does it take you to go out and source to start listing?
Yeah, so there's days where because I live in a big city, the margins are pretty high. So there's days where I don't source anything at all. So unfortunately, I'll go to live auctions. I'll see underperforming live auctions, and I'll buy it on the cheaper side just to resell it back out again.
Yeah, so there is, you know, I've never really, you know, looked at underperforming live auctions. I never thought about it. I know you can do it, but so that you're telling me that there is a chance to go to auctions and buy and resell through eBay.
Oh yeah. The good thing about going to a live auction, you could listen to them, and you could pull up the comps while you're listening to them, and you could tell how much wiggle room you have, right? So as long as you factor in the shipping, then you know how much wiggle room you have to resell it.
Yeah, shipping's about the killer sometimes.
Yeah, some people just get in the heat of the moment of bidding, and they don't realize that how much they're bidding, and they can't make any profit after that.
Right.
Do you guys see shipping's going up again?
Yeah.
USPS is raising them, or asking to raise them 8% again.
No.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about it.
So is
honestly, high price items, I usually send them off at UPS because I trust UPS more than USPS.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a question. I usually trust USPS more than I trust UPS. I've had more bad experiences with that.
I like FedEx best, so.
Yeah.
FedEx may be the worst for me.
Yeah, same here. I don't know.
Yeah, same here too.
Yeah.
Wow.
FedEx always tries to get me on some extra charge, and I have no idea why.
for me, like when I get high value items that ship via FedEx, I live in a high rise, so they don't even bother to go to my apartment. They just put a "we miss you" because they didn't even bother to try to go in and deliver it to me. So I hate that. So now I just tell them, hold it at a location. I'll pick it up myself.
Huh.
That's what you got to do.
Interesting.
Hey, you don't mind take a stab. I just want to thank. I see a lot of new names here in the chat. I just want to say hi. That Cat Swift 1215. Thanks for stopping by. She said, "Thanks, Matt, for letting us know about the show." I want to say hi again to Christopher Nutter. We got Beach by Repeat. Have not seen them before in the chat or in the show.
That's Amy. That's
Okay. New England Cajun Roots Reseller. I want to say hi. Thanks for stopping by too. So, there's some of the names I've seen that I haven't seen before. So, and Mo, hi again, and Kent Daigle, and Red Arrow Resell Regina. How are you guys doing today? All right, that's
some new names.
Some new names.
The ladder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray, can you drop Matt's channel into the comments so people can follow him?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna try.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. And I'll if you too after the show, if you're able to send me the link to your meetup, I'll put that in that link in the video.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Yeah, that's so. How many people do you think you're going to expect at the meetup?
I think it's going to be in the 20s.
In the 20s?
Okay. If I get more than that, I'll be surprised. But I'm ready for it. So
the ones who don't know about your YouTube channel, just tell us a little bit about what you do on YouTube.
Yeah. So on YouTube, I'm a unique reseller, guys. I'm a hobby reseller, like I said earlier. I take mass transit to and from the source location, pick up items, and I pick up things that tend to be either unique from other resellers or things that are fast to resell. For the fact that I have a small place, I don't have that much storage room, so I try to pick up things that I could carry, easy to buy, easy to ship, easy to flip, and then and I do it for the love of it. Extra money is great, but I have a day job too, so it's kind of hard. So I usually do my sourcings every Saturday of every week, but I do sourcing online as well.
Okay, so you have more like pickup videos on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's all sourcing. I would not do a what sold kind of video thing. It's not my thing. It's not my jam. Also, I wouldn't say I'm an expert, and by all means, I don't think I'm qualified to be doing what sold videos.
So I know you sell anything you can carry. What was your best sale you've ever had?
The best sale I ever had was going to a garage sale. I bought this guy's 1990 Marvel cards, and I bought 3 binders worth for like $20. And between eBay and clientele, I made about $2,600 off of it.
Wow, those are my favorite Marvel cards, the 1990 Marvel cards.
The hardest was just collating. It was kind of difficult, but it was worth it. A lot of them were Marvel Masterpiece, a lot of flair. So and they were all hollow sets and full sets. So I was like, I could make my money off of this.
Yeah, you make absolutely for what, $25?
$20 actually. $20. Yeah.
That's a slam shot. That's slam. I'll take that any day.
Right.
How about you guys? What was your guys' best sale?
Trying to think now.
We talked about mine already once because you guys had to look it up. It was an orrery.
Yeah.
So
the little planet thing.
Yeah.
This is what I think. Because we did talk about this because then I think I talked about the Manny Machado jersey. It was a rookie playoff jersey.
Yeah, that's right, because it was the rookie playoff jersey. That's right.
Yeah, it was a game worn rookie playoff jersey, and we didn't even pay. I didn't pay anything for it. My wife won it.
So Matt, if you
Yeah.
could pick one category to sell in for the rest of your life, what would it be?
It would probably be kitchenware, Pyrex.
Pyrex.
Really?
Pyrex do really well for me for some reason. As much as I don't like to ship it sometimes because it's a lot of work, it ends up being worth it at the end because of the sales that I get from it.
What should we be looking at?
Which
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lord.
No, I didn't understand you. I didn't.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I said what should we be looking at in Pyrex pieces to know what's good and what's not good, or
I mean, you want like there's certain designs that are really good, like pink gooseberry. You know, you got the blue butter print. Sometimes are good.
So nesting bowls are the best, probably.
Nesting bowls, mixing bowls, and even the refrigerated kind, the rectangle ones, those are good too. But it factors a lot of things you gotta factor in. Like, hopefully they didn't dishwash it because that's what the print comes off because of dishwashing. No scratches on it. Do they have a lid on it? Is it the right corresponding lid to the actual bowl or what have you? And is it a set? You know, so those are the things you have to factor in with Pyrex.
You wouldn't. I wouldn't have thought about you selling Pyrex because that's hard to carry around in an IKEA bag.
Oh, it is, but I make the effort to carry that because I know it's going to be. Honestly, the heaviest thing I ever carried was a 40-pound typewriter from the 1950s, I think it was, but it was pink. I think it was a Remington, and I that was like 40-something pounds, and I carried it. And I knew I had a good one because I got it at a estate sale, and as soon as I picked it up, everybody online was asking me, could I buy it off of you once you purchase it? Can I buy it off of you? I'm like, no. And I sold it to someone in Australia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love selling typewriters. I don't love packing and shipping them, but I do love selling them.
Right.
That's awesome.
So I know you carrying things. You've had to drop something. You've had to.
No, actually, I haven't dropped anything.
Really?
No.
Oh, knock on wood.
Yeah. Now you just jinxed me. I'm gonna drop something now.
I'm always dropping fragile items when I'm buying them at the flea market. And once I put them in my bag, like I'll drop the whole bag. I'll have bobbleheads, that didn't have the box, but they're fine. But there's a lot of sellers, they don't have newspaper or bubble wrap right there for you. Like they're like, they just want to sell it. And I throw it in my bag, trying to carefully place it in there. And next thing you know, that I'm a couple spots down, I accidentally drop my bag or something like that, and it just cracks all the way through.
Yeah.
All the time. I have the worst luck with bobbleheads.
You're the bobblehead breaker.
Yep.
Yeah, you should rename yourself Bobblehead Breaker.
Bobblehead breaker.
Breaking's part of doing business. I don't know.
Yeah.
Try not to do it too often.
Yeah, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But Matt's got those hands.
I have the delicate hands. I do a white collar job, so it's like very delicate.
That's okay. I mean, keep them moisturized. That's
right.
Have you ever thought about going full time?
Probably not, because I had jobs where the income was inconsistent, and I don't like it. Mm-hmm. And I always had the fear, like, if I grind too hard as a full-time job, I won't like it anymore. Hey, Chad.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, that is a fear.
I'm back from the dead.
Here we go.
How's that? There we go. Look what I got, folks. Check out the shirt. You see it?
Yeah, Wolfman's Goodies.
Yep. And is he even here? He's not even here to see you wearing it.
Nope.
Oh, man. I hear Lori echoing.
Am I?
Yeah, we were kind of talking about it. It's like some kind of like static sound.
You weren't. Oh, okay. It just started. I just heard it for the first time.
So Matt.
welcome
Yes.
to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've been listening to 99% of what you said so far. So when I think of the name ABCMATT, I think of ABC Mouse. Have you ever heard of that? It's like an app that you can buy for kids.
No, I haven't.
So it's like elementary learning, early development learning for kids on an app.
Okay.
So ABCMATT, ABC Mouse, pretty close.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe you're like trying to bring people in at an elementary level to reselling, but that's not the case when I heard what it actually meant. But I was just guessing.
That would have been a good good thing to do, actually. Get them young.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the big question
So-
I look behind Chad's head.
Go ahead.
Do you think that reselling is only a job, or can it be a business?
No, it's my job. My job.
No, I know
Not
it's your
a
job.
job.
Reselling's my job. But I want to know, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's a job. I mean, obviously it's a business because you do your taxes and everything else. But when you go to a job and you leave your job, the business you don't continue to make money, right? So it's like if I don't resell, I'm not making money. If I go on vacation, I might make some sales, but typically, you just want to go on vacation and not have to worry about your business, but you don't get vacation pay. So it's kind of like a job. It's like a job without benefits. So that's how I'm gonna look at it. So even though it is a business,
Yeah.
it's a job too. So you could argue both sides. What do you think, Matt?
I kind of like the
I-
benefits.
I think it's a hybrid. I think it's
Oh.
a
Yeah.
job, but it starts to become part of a business as if you're a YouTube reseller, because you're selling a brand.
Yeah.
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 That's actually a good way to put it. I never thought of it that way. Like that's kind of when it becomes a brand. Because otherwise, yeah, a lot of people aren't making their reselling business even into a brand.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not really necessarily. I mean, maybe I will in the future, but I just like reselling and talking to other people that do the same thing and learning from them. I usually come to this podcast, this working live podcast. We call it a whelp. Lori doesn't like the name so much, but I usually have more questions than answers. For example, why do I have to pay for UPS to return a water ski to my house? $60 because it didn't
Yeah,
get
that's
delivered to the
messed
right
up.
address. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you
So-
talk to eBay about that?
No, I haven't.
Well,
I mean, it's my own fault. Well, it's my own fault. But
well,
Well,
I don't know. I would call them about that. Buyers contact eBay all the time about things that are their fault, and they still win their cases. So
right,
I want
I might win that. I probably would win that if they had an insufficient address entered in eBay. Then why am I responsible for that? I have no control over that. eBay should have checked that or something. I don't know how
Right.
eBay works exactly.
and it's enough money. I'd be calling them.
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't. Is there a limitation? Like if I wait too long, then it's probably too late to do anything about it?
The statute of limitations runs out.
Yeah, right, yeah.
mhm.
I don't know.
I'm worried. I don't know. I'm going to sidetrack the conversation if I start talking about I'm coming up with a formula on how to judge if an item is a good pickup or not, and how to rate your store if you have good items in your store. Are you interested in that, or should I save it for another time?
I don't know. Have you rated my store yet? Because I
Oh, we got Chad rating stores now. All right.
Oh, man.
No, but I'll share my formula with you, and you can rate your own store, or we can rate it together. And it's hard to know. Like when I was watching a Profit Playbook podcast it comes out on Saturdays. John said, "What do you guys think? How would you rate your store on a scale from 1 to 10?" So I'll just ask you guys quickly: could you rank your store from 1 to 10 based on like right now?
based upon what?
Well, what do you, I don't know.
How we feel about it?
Every single person on the show, like Chemo Primo said, well, he ranks one of his stores a 10 because everything will sell. But like, there's no formula. It's just all subjective on how you feel like your store is. Like, if I ask you, what do you think your store is right now on a scale from 1 to 10? How good of a eBay store do you have?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'll say my
7.
7? Okay.
Won't matter
7.
what store.
What'd you say, Jay?
I said it wouldn't matter what store. I have one store that I'd say is a 5. I have one store that I'd say is a 7, and I have one that's an 8.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think, Matt? Or Jay? Ray? Sorry.
I would say mine is like a 4, only for the fact that I don't have the volume like the rest of you guys, and eventually it will sell. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So I'm always hard on myself, so I always say it's about 4.
I don't think size of your store should matter. So
no,
I'm
not
gonna
the size. Yeah,
I'm gonna be the
size
one.
Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna be the one to say I think I'm at a 4, and I have probably the largest store here, and it's. You think that, you know, in reality that you're going to put more product out there, that you're going to sell more, but it's just not the case. You know what I mean? It's just not.
All right. So you ready for my formula and how I think a store could be ranked?
Yes.
All right. I'm calling it the TAP formula. TAP. TAP. T equals time, how long something's been in your store. A equals amount, how much did it sell for, and P equals the percentage of profit. So let's say if you bought it for $1 and you sold it for 10, you 10 extra money. And I'm not including shipping in that cost. Basically, what you bought the item for and what you sold it for, that's your P, percentage of profit. So, and what that, each one's on a scale from 1 to 10. So if an item sells in the first month, it's a 10 in when it comes to time in the T category. So if it sells in 2 months, it's worth a 9. If it sells in 3 months, it's worth an 8. I'm assigning a value to how quickly your item sold based on how many months it took to sell. And once you're down to 10 months, then I'm calling everything beyond that a 1. Does that make sense? Is that easy to follow? Okay. All right. So now is the amount. How much did it sell for totally? Like if it sold for $10 or less, I'm giving it a 1. $20 or less, 10 to 20, giving it a 2. 30 to 20, giving it a 3. So basically, if it sold for $30, divide it, whatever the number is, divide it by 10. And that gives you a number 1 through 10. Anything over $100 is a 10. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So if it sold for $90,
and you're only factoring static listing.
It's not, yeah. This is, if you want to look at your last 5 sold items, for example, what did it sell for? What do you mean, like auction or static? Is that what you mean? The difference?
Yeah. You're just talking about things that like posted on eBay as opposed to like live auctions and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you sold it for, the amount. So I'm going to divide that number by 10, and that gives you a number 1 through 10, because anything over 100 is automatically a 10. So if something sold for $20 plus shipping, it's a 2. Now, I'm going to say round up or round down. So if something sold for $26, it's a 3. And if something sold for $24, it's 2.4. So I'm rounding down to 2. So I'm giving a value to how much your item sold. And then the third category is the P, the percentage of profit. So if something sold, you bought it for $1, you sold it for $10, you 10 extra money. So that's a 10. So anything beyond 10xing your money is a 10. 10's the highest you can go. So if you paid 5 for it, you sold it for 10, you 2 extra money, so that's a 2. So you can take those 3 numbers, add them up, and either give yourself a total, and you could divide it by 3, or you could just give yourself a 1 through 30 score. And I'm trying to determine what number constitutes an item was worth buying and selling. I think it has to be at least a 5 for me to ever, it needs to be at least a 6 for me to buy it again.
So the average a 6 over all 3 categories.
I would say, yeah, but you add all 3 numbers up and divide it by 3 to get your average. And if it's a 6 or above, I would say it was a good sale. So, Lori, what's the last thing you sold in your store? Well, we'll try it as an example. Is that you don't have to share it if you don't want to.
It wasn't a good,
if you're okay
on
with
eBay,
that.
It wasn't a good sale, but we could call it a no-low and figure it out.
Yeah.
My last thing
I'm
I
still
sold
hearing an
was
echo. Are you guys hearing an echo on Lori? Is it just me?
I've got the echo cancellation off,
No.
so.
I don't hear an echo.
No, I don't hear it.
Okay. I don't. That's odd. All right. Yeah, I'll deal with it.
Anyway, I sold a $10
So you
spice
sell your
rack.
last. What is it?
It was a $10 spice rack, which I'm not proud of, but I did only pay $1 for it. So
Yeah,
that's 10 times my money.
10 extra.
Going out.
Who's going out?
What'd you say? I'm hearing an echo. So yeah. How much did it sell for total? Did you say?
$10, 10 times my money, but it took a long time to sell.
Yeah.
I'm with Mo. I'm gonna wait for Chad's app.
Well, so I went into Chat GTP and I told it, here's what I want. And so now I can just tell it, all right, I just sold this item. It took 4 months, sold for $50, and I 10x my money. What's the value? And then it would just shoot me back values as quickly as I could say it. And I'm like, now I just want it to go out and read eBay, pull that information in, and automatically do a calculation for me. But I'm just like, there has to be a tangible way or a calculated way to actually know if what your store would rank on a scale from 1 to 10. And I was trying to come up with a formula, and that's what I came up with. My TAP theory: time versus amount versus profit.
Yeah, but how many items do you have to take into consideration? Do you look at everything that's sold over the last 90 days? That's going to take a lot.
No, you could just sample. You could just do a sample. Like, how do you do statistics? You just take a sample. Like your last 10 items, if you wanted to, or your last 5 items, or randomly select 5 of your last 100 items, or, whatever. But
yeah, but that's got to be
I
like,
don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I think
you sell low-end cards.
That numbers can be different. Like for me, I have so many items in my store. You know what I mean? But I know I'm on the lower end because I have a lot of slower moving products when it's low end cards.
Yeah. So I would think that even like, what do you pay for a baseball card? Let's say you sell something for $5 plus shipping, or $4. What do you sell the average card for? Do you list them all kind of at the same price, or every price is different?
I mean, so I'll say like the lowest on the very low end, I'll do like $2.60 to $3.25 free shipping. So that's like.
So that's a zero. That's a zero on my, because you're not even at half.
Yeah.
So that's zero.
Give you a zero.
Yeah, but how quickly did it sell?
One. One's the lowest.
But the idea is to get people to buy multiples. All right, let me see.
And do they buy multiples?
They have been since I've changed it to the free shipping, because basically because remember I went up in price. I add that shipping to the price of the card.
So free shipping is encouraging multiple buyers versus like buy 2 get 1 free kind of things, or buy 2 get a percentage off.
Yeah. Let me see.
I don't know if that would encourage me to buy multiples if it was just free shipping, because then I could just come back and buy whenever. I could buy 1 today, 1 tomorrow, 1 the next day, and it doesn't cost me anything more, but it costs you more.
Yeah, but as a card buyer, when you go in it, if that's what you do, like if I collect video games or I collect cards, you don't know if that card's going to be there the next day. So you're automatically thinking, I got to get the cards. I used to collect cards.
Yeah.
So if I went to a store that had free shipping on cards, I'm going to pick up more than just one.
Well, yeah, but that's like if it's a 1 of 1. But if it's a card that there's hundreds of them out there, I mean, if there's 100 cards out there, then I can just buy someone else's tomorrow.
Right. I mean, that's common stuff. But he might have something that is like I might come across. You might have a Ray Lewis rookie from Upper Deck or something.
Yeah, but
I mean, there could be 50 other of them online, but he might have it for $3.59 free shipping. I'll grab it while I'm in there.
I think
right, but I wouldn't say. Go ahead, Matt.
I was gonna say I think cards is a bad example because cards is very regional. So like something that might be rare for me is flooded in like Ray's area because it might be a Baltimore Orioles card. So
yeah,
there's tons of Baltimore Orioles.
Like we were just talking about earlier. I think it was before we were recording. We were talking about the Billy Ripken F-face card. Like that's actually very common around here, but they make it like it's a very rare card almost sometimes in other parts of the U.S. Like, but I see it
right. But on eBay, so even if there's more cards in Baltimore than there is in Portland, if everybody puts it on eBay, there's still the same amount of cards out there, no matter where they're coming from, and the market's going to dictate the price. I mean, if you're selling them in a card shop, is it more expensive in Portland than it is Baltimore because there's so many? Or is it more expensive in Baltimore because he's a Baltimore?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like it's like there's definitely a lot of cards, a lot of it. Like if it's a Baltimore card, obviously there's gonna be a lot more around here. As collectors after years of them making their way here, I guess, in a sense. But I don't know. Yeah, like I agree that cards are kind of a bad example because it is more of a volume game anyway. It's not like when I'm listing these cards, I'm trying to sell multiples, but I'm also listing, like, especially with my list agent, like that I'm doing it.
You're listing fast.
Yeah. So it's not like, and I'm paying almost most of the cards. Like when I buy a box, I'm literally probably paying a penny per card. When I buy a big box and I'm listing all those cards, so I don't have hardly anything in those cards individually.
Okay. Yeah. So how many cards can you list in an hour?
In an hour?
I mean, if you put an hourly rate on your time listing baseball cards or sports cards or whatever cards, how many can you list in an hour using that program? Or what's the most you've ever done in an hour, maybe?
Probably between, I've gotten up to 300.
300 in 1 hour, okay.
Yeah.
And you're making $3 per card, but you're not selling them all.
Yeah.
I wonder what percentage of those are selling out of 300. Are you selling 1/3 of them over the course of 6 months?
Probably a little more now than what I used to.
I don't know.
But I don't know. It's
okay.
I know.
So yeah, cards might skew the numbers. Maybe you would have to lower, like from $0 to $10. You might have to come up with a different way to rank the value of a sale, the amount. Like every $2 is worth $2 is a 1, $4 is a 2, $5 is 3, or something like that. If that's what you want to focus on. I mean, first off, sell what you love, and don't let my formula say that that you shouldn't sell this item. I'm just like, if I'm going to make a living and I got to make enough money to survive reselling, I need to come up with some kind of formula to determine, are my items good? Is this a good item to pick up? How long do I think it's going to take to sell? How much money am I going to pay for it? Or how much money do I think it'll sell for? And what percentage of profit will I make on the item?
Yeah.
And so that was just something I came up with, and I'm like, I'm still workshopping it a little, and it can be tweaked, and everybody could maybe tweak it to themselves, or maybe somebody doesn't even want to take the time to worry about it. I'm kind of geeking out right now. I used to be I was a computer programmer, so I was always into numbers and stuff, statistics and strategy, trying to come up with some tangible way to know if an item is worth buying and maybe how to rate your store. Now, the formula doesn't work for your active items because you don't know how long until you're going to sell it. But you could look at your store and say, how long has the item already been in my store? Mm-hmm. How much am I selling it for at this point? And then I can, if I sell it at that price, if I sold it today, what would the value of it be? Yeah. And that might that might convince me to pull some items out of my store and just donate them or pitch them.
So yeah, I was wondering. So why buy those items in the first place? Because you can mathematically give yourself a better odds on everything that you buy. So
if you're the cheapest,
why do we buy things that say doesn't have a 100% sell-through rate? Because when I buy, I don't care about the sell-through rate totally at all. Because I have enough room to store whatever I want, and I have things that I've sold like last week that's been in my store for 1,000 days that I've got about 2 cents into. So
to piggyback on that, let's say you're at a garage sale and you have an item that you really want, but you know you want to bundle it to make it even cheaper. So you buy another item that is a little bit slow moving just to get it at that other item at a cheaper price. Then how do you factor that in the formula?
Yeah.
Well, you can divide the price by 2 and then say I paid $10 for these 2 items. Each one's worth 5, or whatever value you want to assign. Is that what you're saying? Whatever value you want you assign to it is just in your head.
It's more that the item that I bought that I know is a little bit more slow moving, just to get the one that's fast moving a little bit cheaper. It's going to skew the numbers of that one that is slow moving, just because you're bundling it with something that you know that is a fast mover.
Yeah. And even if you're happy with the sale, like I got $5 items in my store that have been there for a long time, and my theory is it's already listed and all the work's done and it's not hurting me. I got the space. What's it matter? But I'm just like, that would definitely drag down the ranking of my store, but I'm still okay with it. But if I want my store to be ranked higher based on the formula I'm using, then I would want to get rid of some of my lower dollar items, especially if I'm paying for 1,000 items a month and I have 1,200 items in my store, which I currently do. Some of them are in the collectible category. So they don't count against that number. But if I had to get rid of 200 items, this formula would help me decide which 200 items should I probably get out of my store.
I can walk through my inventory room and tell you which 200 items I should get rid of.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? Like in baseball terms, like you could have a manager who's very analytical and he's going by the statistics of the matchups, as opposed to like someone like Dusty Baker who go by his gut. It's sort of similar in a sense.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and you either like the manager that goes analytical, or you like the manager that. See, Dusty Baker, he was not liked when he was in Cincinnati, even though he took us to the playoffs 3 out of 4 years. Nobody liked him.
Yeah.
Because they didn't like how he put in players and took players out. But he went to the playoffs 3 out of 4 years.
Right.
And that wasn't good enough. No other manager in Cincinnati's done that since the Big Red Machine, I think.
I mean,
so yeah, right. I like it. Good theory or good analysis comparison.
I mean, the thing is, I do want to say, like, if you're only paying attention, like, to sell-through rate, like, if that's when you buy stuff, you do miss out on some things. I don't know if you guys have ever done this where you have literally the only one that's ever been listed. Like, how many times you guys that you can see, like, or even at least within the last 3 years, like, and you get that more when you're selling in collectibles, like I am,
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about necessarily.
Yeah,
I'm talking. You're saying a bad sell-through rate is there's 50 of this book on eBay, 10 have sold, but they've all sold for $5 free shipping, and it's a hardback book that weighs 3 pounds. Like that's like
Matt's lined up to buy 3 of them.
That book, because it's autographed, that changes things. But if it's selling for $4.50 free shipping, I am throwing it in the trash.
Yeah.
This is me, because it's going to cost me $4.25 to ship it. I'm only making a quarter or something on it. Now, if I paid a penny for it and I sold it for a quarter, I 25x my money, but the value is still too low. You can't make a living doing that. You really can't.
Well,
Even the volume game would take up all your time.
It depends. I mean, I don't think as much as anymore with AI listing tools that, like, I think that helps a lot to make those lower end products like that more valuable than what they were used to. They make it a little bit more like valuable of your time. I mean,
but if you have to make a living, yeah, you got to make so much money per hour to make it worth your time.
Yeah,
do
I
this
mean, I'm not saying you should go out there and make that a priority. Like that's your, but like if I have a whole box there, and I've already listed a lot of my other good stuff, then yeah, I should. It's okay, you know. I'm okay filling my store a little bit with like a box of crap.
But right. Well, I mean, I buy crap all the time. Sometimes it's just thrown into a box because there's something in that box I wanted, and I'm just making a bulk deal. I don't know what everything's worth, but I think something might be worth money. And then when I get it home and start looking it up, 50-50. You know, I could have hit a home run. I could strike out on it. So,
Yeah.
but it was worth it for me I didn't cost me that much that if it's a dud, I am not crying about it. I'm just moving on. I'm playing percentage games.
Mm-hmm.
Like the books that I bought. A couple weeks ago, I think last week I said I was going to an estate sale to pick up 50 books that I bought for $31. And one of the books is the first edition. It's called The Courtship of Napoleon. It's from 1857. And the binding's completely ripped off the book, but it'll still sell for around $70 for that one book. That's the oldest book I think I've ever owned. But I'm not going to keep it. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to keep just because it looks really cool in the cover. It's embossed. But the books I'm listing so far, I listed them all on eBay, and one that sold was not one that I thought would even sell. But I priced it about 50 cents cheaper than the current one out there, and it sold in 2 days. But I'm going to say $800 worth of books, and I've only found one book so far that I would say it's not even worth me selling. There's like 40 of them out there, and only 2 have sold in the last 90 days. So I'm going to take it to Goodwill just because it's such a nice looking book, but I can't sell it, and I would have to sell it for $4, free shipping. Because I always want to price myself low. So sorry, okay. We can talk about something else now. Hey Jay, catch us up on the chat.
All right.
What are you talking about? It's
Unless
gone
you
quiet.
guys want to.
Started talking about this.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I think
That's my
we've already
formula. Okay, I'm sharing it with the world.
Mo said you were talking about that typewriter you bought. Mo said she remembers the typewriter.
Yeah.
And she said, I could never, I guess, carry that 40 pounds worth of weight. And Jack Spears says hi. So we're going to say hi back to you. And that's it. We're pretty much caught up.
Has your guys' eBay sales been okay the last 5 or 6 days? Am I the only one that's just not selling anything on eBay?
Well, sales hasn't been too bad. I don't,
Not bad.
I sold one thing while we were online here, but.
Well, I heard that there were some eBay glitches going on and speculating that it was affecting buyers or buying from happening.
Well, that sucks.
So, yeah. But if you're not seeing it, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to sell more, though. I mean, I'll tell you, I did a second eBay live show, and it went horrible. It went horrible.
Oh.
That's all right. We're going to do another one today to try to sell Easter baskets. So.
Oh, you're going live today?
Yep, I'm going live today right after this.
Okay.
Easter baskets with stuff in them, or?
Yes, with stuff in them. It's already filled. Already filled.
Good idea.
Yep.
Very timely.
I'm going to try to get them out the door. See what goes on. But, but second show, horrible. So. Mo says her eBay's dead.
Hopefully they.
Oh,
sorry. No, you're fine. What were you saying, Lori?
No, I just wondered how long did you go live? How long were you on?
Probably about 45 minutes, maybe. Yeah, Ray, he worked the chat for me. Horrible.
He was your mod.
Yeah. I was trying. Like it. I mean, I was asking people what they wanted. I think Jay needed to give me a cut. I was really trying to like sell things for them, but
A cut of nothing is still nothing.
yeah.
I think eBay, they just put you in a pod. Chad would know since he has a programming area expertise. You know how they put people in pods. So maybe they did a code move and certain pods of people are just got screwed up and others didn't.
Well, I know for a fact they didn't put him in like the seller spotlight twice now when he was supposed to be, right, Jay?
Yep, twice, and it was in the contract.
Oh wow.
And so what does that mean?
That means they broke the contract. But they
no,
their eBay up.
I meant
It doesn't matter.
when if you're in the seller spotlight, you show up on their homepage.
Yeah, when you're seller spotlight, they drive more traffic to you, and you're right there in the page.
It's the same thing like Whatnot, because sometimes Whatnot will screw up and they'll put you. It seems like they put you in a quote unquote soft ban, meaning that you don't come up in the searches unless you're following the person. Then you know they're live.
Right. Yeah, because Ray said so he went out and went to go back in, and I wasn't even in the category of like going live now. He had to go into the store and then get into the.
Yeah. So like initially, it did show that you were scheduled as an upcoming live, but then when I clicked into it and I clicked back out, then it just totally disappeared. I couldn't access it through like the main page anymore. The only way I could is going directly to your store. So that's why you weren't getting any more people in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, your first show, that was the same way. Even if had I not looked for you by name, I don't think I would have found you.
Wow.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
So if that happens again, are you just going to not even do the show?
No, I'm gonna do it until it works. Everything works out like I want it to.
Keep doing it. All right.
I'm gonna
He
just
has
keep
that
doing it.
stubborn attitude.
That's right.
What time?
Also,
scheduled,
clothes,
Jay?
video games, cards, miscellaneous. I'll sell it all. It doesn't matter. I'll find the right thing. It's 3:00.
3:00. Okay. Because I'm looking. I'm trying to find you now. See if you're on here on the main page at all now. I'm looking.
What category you selling today? Oh, you said Easter baskets. What's that under?
I don't remember what we put it under.
Okay.
Can't remember.
I mean, either way, I feel like it shouldn't be this difficult. You're definitely not in the new seller spotlight still.
Yep. I assume they didn't do that again.
Let's see, upcoming. So you don't even, but you said you don't even know what.
I don't remember what category we put ourselves in.
This is up and coming categories: trading cards, coins. They make it really difficult to find anybody's thing on here. I feel like it's not like, okay, so this is what they do. They have 48 hours of drops you'll love, and so that's just like the featured, I guess, featured sellers. And then but it's like a second group of featured. It says the best of the best. Then there's the new seller spotlight. Then it goes to the fashion breaks, so like card breaks. Up and coming categories. So that's not even upcoming lives. That's just up and coming categories. Trading card games, coins, and then that's it. So how do you find? You're not even featured. Like I can't click into anything directly from the eBay like homepage to get to you.
Yeah, I know at one point in time it was up and coming lives, but
it might be. And I mean that's on my laptop. It might be different on mobile, but
that's a spin of a coin there. Yeah, let me go into.
Yeah, I'll look on here, but they have to make it easier for people to find you regardless. Because if I can't tell that you're going live today,
right?
And when have you guys been scheduling them out? Like how far in advance?
A day or two.
Okay. Yes.
We did one to back to back. It was a whole day.
Yeah. So they should have been on there.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Sorry, I was in a traffic jam. So are you going to do an evening show at some point? Did you say that already?
I will, but 3 o'clock, I guess, is late afternoon. Could go into early evening.
Well, not for Matt, but
No, not for me. I feel like eBay is just trying to dip their toes into live auctions because they see other platforms do well. But I mean, like, if you take Whatnot, for example, you know, they're all live auctions and then they do static listings. Their static listings suck. So, like, eBay is known for static listings. So
Right.
I assume they're going to have their growing pains with live auctions.
yeah, I'm surprised they're actually going to push it. I just thought that that's not eBay's thing. And nobody wants to really do auctions anymore on the, you know, everything's a buy it now. I mean, if you run an auction, it's a rare item and you want to give it time to like build momentum, like a week.
Right.
You don't want to sell it in 15 seconds. I mean, Jay, I mean, everybody does 15 seconds, but I don't have time to even react sometime. If I was on your auction, the first one, and there was a couple things like, maybe I'll buy it, but it was expired before I could even pay attention long enough to find the button to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. That's the way the world is. But, you know, I was working and watching at the same time. I bought some video games from you.
You did? Did you get them yet?
Yeah. They said they're supposed to arrive today.
Okay.
I like to buy like NES games and N64 games and I save them up so that if I get a console, then I can throw them in with it or
That's
help
good
sell
to
it.
have a couple games to help sell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for SNES and N64.
Yeah. I've had a few of those.
All right. So I found you, Jay, but
Good.
the only way I could, it was on my phone, so on a mobile app, and I had to go through Next Up and scroll all the way down till the 3 o'clock timeline.
Yeah, so I just signed into the app, into the other store, and just like my eBay store is frozen. I don't understand.
Frozen.
Yeah, so I can't do anything with it.
Frozen. It's 75 degrees out.
Maybe it'll come back.
Well, yeah, eBay glitches this week. I don't know.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Matt, have you done any live selling at all?
I've dabbled in it and whatnot, but honestly, my working area is not suitable for live auctions. So I'm trying to get a bigger place to maybe possibly doing it in the future.
I did jewelry. You didn't have to have a very big space for that.
Yeah, that's true. You don't need that much for
Just
that.
sell smalls.
As long as you're a hand model, it'll help.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but yeah.
Chad, you got me think. Oh, Chad's on the phone.
No, I'm. What's
okay.
that?
I was thinking about your formula. Do you take into account promoted listings, or how you would factor that into your formula?
Yeah, I'm looking at the sold cost minus shipping.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, you could add in promotions. You could take out eBay fees or whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I kind of look at that as if I sell something, if I 10x my money on eBay, I know my profit's going to be around 6x after fees and everything else.
Yeah.
So you can look at it either way, but I'm like, there has to be a way to. I'm talking about it again. There has to be a way though to look at your store and basically figure out, is it a good store or not, and what items are good and what items aren't, and that could help you buy in the future if you can put some kind of formula to an item that you're looking at an estate sale. So.
I was telling these guys I keep it. I do KISS, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if I pick up an item in my data banks, I know, have I sold this before? How long? Generally speaking, how long did it take me to sell it? Like how much did I sold it for? I kind of have it up here as opposed to being in all statistics.
Yeah. Right. And that comes from experience. So like when you've been reselling for 20 years, you're going to have a knowledge base completely different than somebody that's only been selling for a year, but they might have one specialty area that they're good at. Like sports cards, I don't know what I'm looking at with sports cards. I could pass over great deals all the time. And even like you talked about gold and silver, or precious metals.
Yep.
I'm not good in that area at all. And so I I've probably missed out on opportunities to make a bunch of money, but I just made my money elsewhere. So
Yeah. I guess it's a good tool if you want to venture out into other avenues, but like your expertise, you're probably not going to use that formula.
Yeah, right. I mean, but if you're even then, I mean, I know electronics, but I don't know everything about electronics.
Yeah.
I'm looking up an item, and if there's 15 or 20 on eBay, and there's 5 sold in 60 days, that's only a 25% sell-through rate. But if I price mine as one of the 5 cheapest out there, it's going to sell in 90 days, unless somebody else comes along and undercuts me again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what's the 5th lowest priced one currently on eBay? And that's maybe where I would want to price it to make sure I'm selling an item in 90 days. And if I'm the cheapest one, I'm going to sell in 30 days.
I think I need to use your formula to figure out whether my no-lows are actually no-lows or not, because right now it's just how I feel about the sale.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you need another human involved too, because if your pictures suck, of course it's going to have a bad set rate too, right? So maybe your pictures suck.
True. Like, well, what's your NOLO? Did you have a NOLO, Lori? Is that?
Oh, I had
did I miss
earlier
this
week. It was terrible. Yeah.
All right.
No, I don't have a formula for determining whether or not this is a NOLO. It's just how I felt about it, how little I made, or how long it took to sell, or whatever.
So you use your formula in your store, Chad?
Well, I haven't sat down and crunched it, but people that think their stores are a 10 and they got items that have been in their store for over a year, I wouldn't call those items 10s. So you can't have a 10 store. You might have items in your store that are 10s, but if you're going to look at the average of your entire store, that it's good. The longer it's been there, the more it's bringing your store down. So
yeah,
I like the confidence.
Yeah, that's why I do the end and sell similar all the time. So it just refreshes.
There you go.
And then you lose. Right. So everything's always been listed a month, but you don't know. How do you keep track of how long you've actually had it? Right. Well, no, it's only a 10 in the time. If you read, yeah. But if your cards are all under $10, they're all 1s. So you take the 2 and average it out. Now you're down to 5 already. Your store's a 5.
Yeah.
But then how much money did you 10x them all? Then
yeah.
When I first started, I did it the old school way. I did a spreadsheet and I itemized everything because I was curious which months were my slow months and which one was my good months.
Yep.
And then
what'd you find out?
I found out like the winters is pretty slow for me, which is kind of odd because normally, you hunker down, you buy a lot online, right? But apparently I do better in the summer for some reason. It probably because of the items that I source.
Are they items that people would want to buy in the summer, or are they you just buying more in the summer because of more opportunities to buy in the summer?
I think it's because the summer is garage sale season as opposed to winter, which is estate sale. So the margins are tighter.
Yeah, I've seen some of the prices in your estate sales. And do you have cheap estate sales too, or you just have to look for the diamond in the rough?
You have to find the diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Because everyone is greedy. Everyone's trying to get their 40% commission from all the sales from the estate sale.
But do you have how many companies are there in your area that you know of?
There's about like 14 estate sale companies in my area.
Woo. And they're all the same. They're all pricing high?
For the most part, some are higher than others.
Okay.
Because there's one of them that sells really high because they don't care because they'll take all the items and sell it in their warehouse. And they sell the warehouse.
I find that that is on the borderline of unethical.
Oh yeah.
What do you think they're paying the person for that item then? Are they taking it for free if it doesn't sell?
Good question.
Or are they giving them a percentage?
I don't think they're going to give me an honest answer on that.
Yeah.
Well, I know a company that does that. They have a huge warehouse full of stuff that they've bought from things that don't sell. And I went to their estate sales and I'm like, I can't I don't even know if I would pay this much money if I wanted this item for myself.
Right.
Let alone to resell. There's nothing. I can't buy anything here and make any money. I mean, there's always something there that you can make money on. They don't know everything.
Yeah.
But those companies then they buy out all the stuff and haul it to their warehouse, and then they just becomes a big store. And like every couple of weeks, they're advertising, we're having a 4-day sale in our store. Everything's like 20% off. But I'm like, are they the same price that you just were charging at the estate sale? No one's going to buy it.
Yeah.
Still, it's ridiculously priced.
But there's some
I mean,
estate sales that are high, but not that high. So I try to build a relationship with them. And like I said earlier, they scratch my back, I scratch theirs.
Yeah.
They'll give me a discount for the fact that I'm going to do something for them. So I'll advertise them on my channel or something, and I get a good discount. So it makes it worthwhile for me.
So how many of those companies, I mean, you talk about several, but you got several of those companies that you do that?
I have two. Two out of that, yeah.
And are they having estate sales like every week? More or less?
Usually.
Okay.
Yeah. But then, based on the pictures, I look at it and where they are, and I'm like, is it worth it for me to go out there or not?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Can you see the prices in the photos?
Sometimes, but most of them do not. Most of them take it out. But generally speaking, a good indicator of if an estate sale is pricing things high, as you're lining up on the estate sale line, right? Look at their garden items. See how much they charge on the gardening items, and then you could tell if it's going to be high or not based on how much they're selling it for. Since you're online and it's out in the open, you could see those prices.
So
I like the fact when you were talking earlier about you're going to some of those sales. What goes through your mind, and which way? You said I see them make a wrong turn, and you make the right turn. What goes through your mind when you're kind of blocking out where to go, or do you look through the pictures they may have of it, or what's the best areas to search, and how do you go about coming up with that?
So when I know the address of it, I know the neighborhood, so I know if it's a rich neighborhood or a poor neighborhood. I know what kind of items they kind of get. Then I look at the realtor website and I try to get a floor plan of the house, and then I try to match it up to the pictures. So sometimes those people take a wrong turn, I take the right turn. So like they could be ahead of me online, but hell, I get the item before them because I know exactly where to go.
Where are you going first?
It depends what the sale is. I mean, if it's a Pyrex sale, I gotta find out where the kitchen is. What's the best route? Okay, they're gonna enter people to and from the garage, so I gotta know from the garage door how to get to the kitchen. Or if they go from the front door, I gotta know how to get to the kitchen to get that Pyrex. Or if it's like a pop culture bedroom, I'm like, okay, where's the staircase located? Is it closer to go to the staircase that leads up from the kitchen, or is it better to go from the staircase from the living room and then go from there?
Right. Man, you're serious.
And then also the people ahead of me in line, you usually see the usual suspects. So you see, okay, that's a book guy. Okay, that's an electronic guy. I know they're going to go for that. So I'm going to go for this instead because I don't want to fight with them for that.
So the sale starts at 9 o'clock. What time do you show up?
If it starts at 9, which is rare, usually they start at 10. But if it starts at 9, I'll get there about, depending when they disclose the address, I'll get there like 6:30 and wait in line.
Wow, not me.
I'm just not that into anything. I figure there'll be something there for me when I get there.
I'll do it rain or shine. I'll stand on there, even if the poor weather, I will still stand out there just to get it.
Do those estate sales lower their prices on the last day or the last hours, or typically?
All of them do a 50% on the last day, but there's one particular estate sale does it where day 1 is regular price, day 2 is a little bit of a discount, and then day 3 they just throw it to you for free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you go back the next day?
I have done it before, and I found items that people miss. But those items, they tend to be not heavy hitters, but you could still make a profit off of. But most of the heavy hitters are on day 1.
So what number would you think Chad's thing gives you those items to pick up the second day?
the tap formula.
Oh, it would definitely be like a 4, like I said, because one, my margins are tight. 2, I'm spending time waiting for the estate sale. So I think it would have a better score.
But we don't factor in. I know back in the day, I didn't mind, the time I took to go through all the flea markets when I used to go out and pick stuff up. That was fun for me. We can't, you can't take that in. I enjoyed it. The feeling I got inside my chest when I'm finding these things. The fact that I wanted to move faster than everybody else and come across these things, and just, you can't factor that into anything. That was just pure adrenaline. And I worked, and at those times I worked a full-time job and did the same thing too. But I found that on the weekends, those were like, it was a vacation day for me. Mm-hmm. So I enjoyed it, regardless if I was going to make any money. It's the time that I found doing it. That was the time. Those were memories for me.
You got to have time. You can't just think reselling 24/7. I mean, you can, but it's not healthy for you.
No,
you just your brain has to do other things. It is. But when I'm with my family, I might be thinking it, but I'm not talking about it.
That means you're not enjoying yourself because you're thinking about it.
Yeah. No. Well, I am, but I think about it a lot. I mean, if you're a full-time, well, I was a full-time, but I mean, if you're into reselling, all in, it consumes you. It really does, and it's like the ADHD or the ADD of your brain can't get away from it. Very easy.
Yeah. Have you ever? What's the craziest stuff you've ever seen at one of those sales? So anybody seeing get in fist fights or,
Yeesh.
Like my area, unfortunately, because you could tell by my views on my YouTube channel, I don't get that many drama. My biggest drama was the estate sale where you have to sign up on a physical memo pad, and then someone says, "Hey, I'm Dan" or something, and then they say, "Are you Dan this?" No. Why you come up in front of the line for? And then someone else was there arguing, "I'm Dan. Stop trying to get ahead of the line." And they get into an argument, but no fists were flying or anything.
Like you said, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I don't have that many drama. I wish I did. Maybe I should go to other neck of the woods and get some drama.
Create the drama. Go up there and erase somebody's name.
I should
scratch somebody's name off.
Hey, I'll pay you X amount to do this.
There's plenty of drama around here with the estate sales. There's one I went to that everybody had pretty much wrote down their name on the sheet, and they just start naming people, and everybody starts going in. Nobody's even listening to the names being called. Like, that was like everybody's just going in at once.
Yeah. Here in Baltimore, right? So, I mean, you'll take Black Friday at a Walmart, and there'll be 2,000 Tupperware sets, right? These red lid sets, and they'll fist fight in the middle of Walmart over, a Tupperware set that there's 1,000 of them sitting in a big stack. It's crazy. You'll get, if you did one around here, you had plenty of
Reminds me
conversation.
of the Black Friday sales they used to have.
Yeah.
They're doing that, fighting over stuff.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of this drama that people talk about. Like the estate sales around here, I don't see these sign-up sheets. Mm-hmm. We just start at 8:00, and there's not a lot of companies that run those types of. There's a couple, but I've never experienced where you show up early, sign a paper, then come back. I don't go to those kind of estate sales. Yeah. I do online estate sales. I bid online, and then when I win, and you go to do your pickups, everything that they got to clear the house. These companies, they're in the job of clearing the house, not making money. Like everything starts at $1 online. What it sells for, but then everything that's left over that they didn't want to auction off just goes into a big yard sale. And I can clean house on those things because there's always something, whether it's a bar of soap worth $50 that someone thought was a junk. I throw those in a box or in a bag, and I filled my van for $40 one time at an estate sale, and there must have been thousands of dollars worth of stuff.
Wow.
But they don't care. They just it has to be out of there. It has to be out of there.
But the estate sales by me, they all have their own set of rules. Like one estate sale would say you have to physically sign a melon pad and come back later. Another one would say you have to text to be on the line. Another one says first come, first serve. So they have all their own sets of rules. Some of them saying I don't take anything but cash. Others say I only take Venmo and cash. Others say we will take credit card, but they'll charge you 3% more for using your credit card.
Yeah. Do you guys have ones near you that it's appointment only? Like there's one company that does it a lot.
Yeah.
Because they don't want anybody parking on the grass or anything like that. It's appointment only.
Oh yeah. And then we also have some shady estate sales where they let their best friends go in first, no matter what place in line you are.
I like first come, first serve, and I like being the first one there, and then buy everything and watching the people behind you. Like, I didn't get a chance. I went to one time, and they had a big metal container out there, and it was filled with records, boxes of records. So we stood in there. We stood in the line. He goes, "Yeah, first come, first serve." I said, because I spoke to him the day before. You told me first come, first serve. Opened the doors up. Everybody went to go in, and I turned around to the guy and said, "Well, buy them all." He stopped. He goes, "What? Buy them all?" I didn't even tell you what. He goes, I said, "You said $5 per box." I said, "I want to buy them all." Everybody's behind. He goes, "You're really going to do that? You're going to do that?" They were mad. It was like 25 of them. And bought every single record. And then the guys were like coming in like, "Can we just dig through them and see what's in there?" I'm like, "Absolutely not.
No way. No way.
Absolutely not."
I should have been the cameraman and say, "How do you feel about Jay taking all these records? How do you feel?"
But it was cool. It was probably, I would say, 50,000 records. We bought them and sold them in one day.
That's not the only
Really?
time I've done that.
Yep.
Were they rock and roll? What kind of records were they?
All mixed.
Modern?
We bought them. They were anywhere between like 60s and up. But we bought them. We put them in a U-Haul truck and drove them to Virginia and sold them to one person.
Wow, sweet deal.
Yep.
No, I've been with Jay where we went to Goodwill and he's starting drama at Goodwill with the customers there. Like people are getting him looks and getting mad because we're walking around and he sees all these power strips or whatever, and he's clearing the racks, just clearing them. We're filling a cart and everything, and people are running over trying to hurry up and get a couple before he's taking them all and getting them looks and even so it was so much like I helped him push. We went up, put the cart up at the register, and the worker was like, "Really, you're getting all of these? You got to be kidding me!"
Yeah, bought them all because we went to that. That was the day we went to the card show.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what you're saying is that Jay is the reason people hate resellers.
Well, maybe that's why he has 400,000 items.
You know, Jay, you claim you have room to buy things, but I was watching your live and they did a quick tour of your warehouse. There wasn't even room to walk in there. What are you doing? You got room on top of the boxes to pile more boxes?
I know.
Where's the room at?
Well, we sell a whole lot, so you got to imagine we probably sell on the weekends. We probably sell three to four pallets a weekend. You work for merchandise, singled merchandise, and then what we do on our eBay stores, and then what we're going to start doing on the live, because the first live was okay, the second live was absolutely horrendous. So we're gonna keep it moving. So
I joke with people, I gotta be selective of what I buy because I don't want to estate sale for my stuff.
I'm like, I hope when I die, right, my kids have the wherewithal to sell the stuff that I have.
They're not gonna sell it. They're gonna have the estate sale company sell it for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna have a big garage sale, $5 a box.
Well, at least they're gonna make a couple dollars, you know.
A couple.
If you didn't buy anything else the rest of your life, how long would it take you to go through the inventory you have? Still years, right?
Yeah, still years.
But you're still buying.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just stop buying for a year and try to liquidate, downsize, and then just buy and sell and not hold on to stuff as long and going forward? You wouldn't need as much warehouse space.
I could sell. I could flip the switch and sell it in a whole different way. Like I could sell it in mass quantity, break it down to what it is and then get rid of it fast. But, I don't like not having things. So long as I have the room, I'm good. That's why, when we talk about your cat program, I have a few things that are on there for 1,200 days.
This sounds like you having a conversation with a hoarder.
I feel like a hoarder sometimes, Well, listen, because I try not to have stuff in the top part of my house. I just bought last week or the week before last. I'm still sitting in my dining room. Bags of tools that I said. I think I may have said last week. They're all like Ryobi and DeWalt battery tools.
Yeah,
and I got them for a really, really good deal, and I can't turn it down. I just have yet to move them anywhere. But
yeah, my stuff doesn't come in my house.
It comes to me though, so I don't buy like normal. I don't go out as often and dig through things because people come to me and sell me stuff, or I'm able to buy in bulk. So I'm like, I always have, and I can't turn down the relationships I make. And if I tell people I'm not going to buy it half the time, they're not going to keep coming to me. I'm going to have to keep buying it. So that's how.
If you did a video like that, Pegasus Lounge is coming after you, man. He's gonna critique your video.
I know he would.
Did you watch his video on the $1 Million Peddler?
Yes.
He was going through his house showing off all his unsold stuff and sold stuff, and Pegasus was just making a comment, like kept hitting the pause button. And I think he's a nice guy, but he kept saying, "Yeah, we've really cleaned up this room." And then you look at the room, and there's like nowhere to walk, and he's tripping over boxes. And Pegasus pauses it, and he's like, "What did it look like before? If this is what it looks like cleaned up."
Yeah.
So I think everyone has a different definition of what clean is, obviously. But
Pegasus has a formula. He's going against the grain to get views and subs, and
sure.
he knows that people like this podcast and other podcasts would talk about him as it would be free advertisement for him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
You're right.
I don't
we just shouldn't talk about.
Yeah.
But he still makes good points, and even if you don't like his methodology,
he does. But he doesn't know all the points. He's going by black and white, and there's some gray areas in between.
Sure. I have no desire to do his. I don't have the time and effort to start up what he's doing. So if it works for him and people that follow him, is great. It's great. But I don't criticize other people the way they're reselling, but it is kind of fun to watch his videos and listen to his comments. I think he was watching Josh Galt one time, and he's like, every time Josh uses a certain word, I'm going to do a little dance. What was that? Hustle. Every time Josh says hustle, he did a little hustle dance, and it was comical.
For me, it's too toxic because I'm going to stay in my lane. I only could control things in my world. I don't care what's happening around me. I just want to stay in my lane and do what I know I want to do it. So, you want to knock me, fine.
He's not going to criticize you. You're not claiming you're not calling yourself an expert in a field, and then he has issues with what you say. But me neither. I mean, I'm not coming across as an expert. I'm not an expert either. I don't. I know what I know, but it's not my way or the highway.
Yeah, I just try to stay away from arrogant people like that.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, I'm not into the drama.
Well, if you wanted to watch a hoarder house, $1 Million Peddler, you wouldn't call him. Some people would call him a hoarder. Some people would just say he buys a lot and he can't list it fast enough. Kind of like Jay. I don't know Jay. I'm not going to say Jay's a hoarder, but he might be a hoarder.
I probably had that at a certain point in time. Because I grew up, my father was kind of so I guess we'll get deep down into it. My father was kind of a hoarder too. So my father, he bought and resold, but he never did it online. It was kind of like, through people he knew, and the whole place, like the whole basement was, just nothing but merchandise and the living. Like he would bring things into the house, like living room, and like you would just have like a walkway at times. Like I don't want that. I can't live in that kind of.
I can envision I go to Jay's house and I see an arm. Oh, there's Jay.
Yeah.
Hey Jay, where you at? And he's jumping up behind some box. You see his head come up over a box. Back here.
Right.
I'm back here.
He's got a whole fort built out of all the boxes. Like he lives like in,
Tunnels.
The bed in.
My wife can't stand it. She's just like she can't stand it.
I can't. I mean, I have a little bit of stuff at my house in my office, and that's stuff I want to list at home just in the evenings. And my wife would say my office is a disaster, but it's contained to my office. And one little area of boxes I'm taking to Goodwill as I fill them up. But everything else is away from my house.
I call it organized chaos.
Yeah, right.
It's called entropy. So in science, the word entropy is organized chaos.
Yes.
That's exactly what our universe is.
Yep.
Entropy.
There's an area of my warehouse that looks like it's full of garbage, but it's all garbage bags full of bubble wrap. And I don't know how to effectively store bubble wrap. So I get it. And I get lots of people giving me lots of bubble wrap, and I just put it in big black, 30-gallon trash bags. And then I just throw it into this one area of my warehouse. So you would think it's a mess, but I'm like, I hate to throw away bubble wrap. It's so expensive to buy.
Yeah.
Could you fold it up and put it into like a chewy box?
I feel like I've got it compacted the best I can. A what box? A chewy box?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
That takes too much
Chewy
time.
box. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does take time.
I can put it in boxes. Yeah,
But
I can
think
put
about
it in
it.
boxes.
Think about it. If you do take the time, that's more space to put more sourcing items instead of those trash bags.
Yeah, because you can stack boxes on top of boxes.
Yeah.
Full of bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
it
have
saves
some.
you money too, right? So now you don't have to buy bubble wrap.
Right. That's one of the most expensive things to buy.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons why I made that post before, like right around the holidays. I had made a local post in my Facebook group, and I don't know. I just said, hey, I'm looking for your boxes from all your shipments. Everybody's ordering gifts online is when they're buying the most. I want their boxes. I want their bubble wrap. I have so much. I filled my truck so many times that I have, like, literally, it's just piles of boxes still down here, and I'm finally starting to get through that a little bit more. But I mean, it's taking time. I fill my truck up that many times. It's more than I would buy.
You're saving the environment, right?
Yeah.
Just look at it. You're the environment-saving reseller.
But it's to the point. I made those connections now. That those people that gave me those boxes and supplies, they keep messaging me like once a month, like, "Hey, are you still collecting?" And I have so much I have to tell them no, not right now.
Yeah. I have unlimited boxes, so that I can just cut
Me
boxes up and use them for scraps all the time.
Yeah.
I have so many. Other people would cringe at that because boxes are a commodity for them. It's not a commodity, but I mean, not easy to come by or expensive. Like, I've never bought a box before at a Walmart or anything like that. I buy 8x6x4 boxes because I don't. But anything like bigger than 9x9x9, I have access to anything big, unlimited supply.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I live in a
bubble wrap. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, bubble wrap's expensive, but technically I could buy one of those bubble wrap machines that makes bubble wrap, and then I could just make it on demand. But my father-in-law gives me garbage bags full of bubble wrap. And it's like, what do I do? Sell that? Why would I buy a machine to make it and buy the rolls when I get it for free?
And it takes up space, that machine.
It does take up space. But
those machines aren't cheap either, aren't they?
No, they're pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah. I thought about taking all this cardboard that I have, all these boxes. You can do you can make that. That type. I know I have some, but it's
The webbing.
Yeah, the webbing type of.
Oh yeah.
And you just you push through the machine, and those things are expensive. I'm like, man, what I would do for one of those, and I would just ask for free box all the time. I would never have to buy shipping supplies again in my life.
Right. I live in a high rise.
What did everybody bring for lunch? Sorry, Matt, I talked over you.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Did you bring your lunchbox? What'd you bring? What'd you have for lunch?
Well, it's only 10:40.
It's
only 10:46 over here. It's not ready for lunch yet.
Yeah, I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. My lunch hour is like 9 o'clock in the morning sometimes. I'm eating on it.
Nothing. I have nothing. Maybe
I don't.
What's it in between the rye?
Yeah, pumpkin seeds. Dill pickle flavored pumpkin seeds.
Hey, I want to holler out in the chat. We got Ashley Lay's Novelties, waist high. Delmarva Deal said, "What's up, Triple R?" 1-800 the Deal said, "What's up, Triple R?"
The same person.
Vintage Sports says, "I think what he does in importing wise is totally irrelevant to what we do." And 1-800 Deal says, "I got a brand new secondhand fax machine, Sam."
Okay.
He's like, "That's the same person."
Yeah, it's just your brother. But while he's there, everybody knows it's 1-800 the Deal. So that's Jay and Kenny's eBay live or eBay store that they do all their lives from. They also have a YouTube channel. So I don't know, are you guys putting content over there too at all, or?
Yeah, we're gonna be starting to put some content out. Yeah.
Okay.
That store we just opened up in January. I think it's January.
Okay.
So yeah, pop over, see what we got, check the lives out.
Ray, I was just thinking, those boxes that you have excess of, why don't you just cut them up and then use them as boards for the bunch of cards that you sell? You sell it in a team bag and then you put the boards with it.
Well, most of the cards I sell I'm doing in the standard envelopes, so I don't. I mean any of the higher end ones I do that. Like I have like just sheets of cardboard
You know
what I mean? And I'll cut that up, throw in a bubble mailer. But I mean, it would probably. I'm still not going to go through as much. I probably didn't even need to get as many boxes as I did. I just got way too many.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things that Jay had that has like where he can't tell people no. You get these connections when you're buying stuff, right?
Yeah.
I was the same way with all these boxes week after week after week. And I'm like, I can't tell them no because then then I'm never going to get it again.
Right.
And yeah. These boxes.
That's how I felt. Like you ask them, it's like, what do I do? You're stuck in a rock and a hard place.
Right. See, I have the luxury. I live in a high rise. So my boxes and bubble wrap and all that is on demand. If I need it, I'll walk downstairs to the basement and go to the recycle area and I just pick them out. I don't need to have them in my house. I could just go downstairs and just get them when I need them.
That's the way to do it. Dang.
I was having friends save all theirs for me too, and some of them still do. But now that we've got the free Ground Advantage boxes, I'm using those more than I am anything else.
Until Poshmark cancels you for it using it, not with the way they think you should be using them for.
Yeah, I wondered if they're going to start limiting how much I order them because I'm not selling enough according to their platform.
I've heard in the grapevine that a couple of people got banned from Poshmark because of that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Well, I don't know. I'm not making enough sales over there lately. They can ban me. I mean, they had already suspended me, remember? And then here's the crazy thing. This week, remember, they suspended me or whatever. I had to get my account reinstated. And it's because I canceled a sale on an item. Tell me why I found that item this week.
Uh-huh. Of course you did.
Yeah. Yep. So, and I've been doing work. I've had my store on vacation, like, for weeks, like, just so I could go in there and try to clean it up and delete anything and go through any of the items I'm sure I don't have. Like, I'm checking over on eBay, and that took so much time. And I'm not making any money. I'm like, that's why I don't care. They banned me. Come on, Poshmark.
Oh, he's threatening them. He's like,
I want my free supplies, though.
Come on.
Well, Yeah, I have some too, but I feel like
So-
every order that supplies too, I don't get all of it in. Like I'll order it and it just sporadically comes through. Like, but it'll be, I might get maybe the shoe boxes. I might get all of them like at once, and then like 3 weeks later, I'm getting my bubble mailers. Like they just don't. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
They do.
What do you use to cross list?
I use lists perfectly.
And is it worth it?
I think it used to be. It's not. It's becoming not as much anymore, but I still use it. I mean, some of these platforms, I just feel like lately they've been falling off for me. They're not what they used to be. So I would say, as of lately, it's not the same.
Do you cross list, Matt? Oh,
I do. I do, but I crunch the numbers and it doesn't make sense for me to have one of those platforms. I tried Venmo what is it called? Not List
Vendu?
Perfectly, the other one, the one that
The
ABCMATT
Vendu.
use. Yeah, Vendu. I tried Vendu for a
Vendu.
little bit, but then I crunched the numbers and it just doesn't make it worth it my while to do it. I just do it manually when I need to.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah. Stephanie Fusen, who's been on our show, she cross lists everything and she does it all manually.
Yeah.
And she has a video where she shows how she does it. She has a tab open going to every different website that she's posting, and she just does a lot of copying and pasting really quickly.
Yep.
And she said, if you watch her videos, she sells on all the platforms.
Mhm.
I'm really impressed on how many things she does sell on outside of eBay. But yeah, she doesn't pay anybody. She's got a system down. She's lists 10 items, I think like 10 items a day, and has a tab open for each one and just a lot of copy paste.
Wow. So with my list agent that I use, the AI listing tool, they have they started something where you can also when you're listing on eBay, it's automatically, you can actually have it automatically cross post over to Mercari and Poshmark and some other platforms. But when I was trying that with Mercari, and it's not perfect yet because it was making me do so many things manually. I had to go in and I had to change the category, kept selecting the wrong category in Mercari. And then I had to change, I had to put in the shipping. And so for me to have to do those things when I'm already have List Perfectly that does most, I mean, you do like a majority of that, I feel like, but it's the same thing. I don't know. And it wouldn't open. So I would say if I had 20 to 40 items I'm using List Agent for and to put on eBay and Mercari at the same time, it would only individually open those tabs. So it was actually slowing me down. Like for Mercari, it would open a tab. I go through everything, put all the info I need to in. And once I hit list, it would take probably about 20 seconds for that next tab to reopen. And it's way too time consuming.
Yeah, you could just do it manually as fast as that.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Yeah. But it's interesting that they have that feature.
Have you seen? I've seen several different people on Instagram posting a chart of the biggest reselling platforms, and eBay is by far and above the biggest platform, but they all have Mercari as number 2. And I found that surprising. And I don't know if that's like Etsy isn't on any of them, so I don't know if it's specifically clothing related but I've seen it, multiple people posting this chart. Have you guys seen that?
I haven't seen the chart, but
Yep.
I mean, me personally, I can see Mercari being number 2 or close to that. I don't know.
But they had a lot of them, I wish I would have done a screenshot. But a lot of the things that, I don't even use, Vented. I don't even remember what all they were.
I guess it makes sense because eBay is all around. It sells everything, and then
Right.
what's a platform that expertise is in selling everything? I guess it's Mercari because Poshmark tends to be more clothing driven.
Right.
So if we're talking clothing, then Poshmark would be up there. But if we're talking about everything selling, then I kind of guess, I kind of guess that Mercari would be number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was way down. I mean, eBay's just so huge compared to all the rest of them on the chart.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, nobody else compares, like, all categories across the board. I feel like, I mean, I know with clothing, Poshmark and whatnot, Depop has kind of found their way into that, be able to compete a little bit, but they're still never going to be on that level. I can't see.
But that's why eBay bought them, because they know that the crowd is a younger crowd, and they know that.
Yeah, they are. But I don't. Well, really, so much of eBay's focus, I feel like, for the past few years has been primarily collectibles and then cards, and that's why they even had that deal with Golden Auctions too. Like, that's why. Like, why would they do a deal with Golden? But
I think they just want to put their hands in the cookie jar, and every single cookie jar they could get their hands on, and then they don't put the thought process in it. And they, like my old company, they used to had a motto: go slow to go fast. And I think eBay is just trying to go fast, nonstop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're kind of. I feel like they're kind of losing their identity a little bit.
Yep.
Definitely. I mean, you could see. I mean, with this whole eBay Live, and I get they want to try that and all, but I mean, I would say, I don't know how many chat agrees or anything, if they think which one is better. Is it? And I'm not even going to talk about whatnot. I'm talking about, is eBay Live or Poshmark Live better? Like, which one's better? What ranks?
Yeah.
Because that's truthfully right now, I think, who eBay's competing with eBay Live, because whatnot is so far ahead.
Yeah.
In the sense of lives.
They should excel at what they do before expanding into these different things.
Correct.
And I feel like there's so much that they could improve on still, rather than trying to venture out into this live selling. And I don't know.
I got invited to.
No, go ahead.
Sorry. I was saying I got invited to an eBay meeting in Portland, because they have an office here. And every question I asked them, they kind of dance on the answer. Like, one of the questions I asked is like, when you do promoted listings, how do I know how much of an advantage I have if I give 2% as opposed to 5%? I know I move up the stack, but like, I want to visually see how much better I might if I give a little bit more in the promotions. You go to the head of the stack, but it depends on what's out there and like that. They kind of danced around the answer to me, so I was like, I don't even think they know.
But I've always hated, how can you be an auction site, but yet if you run an auction on eBay, it ends at one time and doesn't extend the auction? That's not an auction.
Right.
Absolutely.
Anyway, whatever. Yeah. I don't do those anymore. But.
Yeah. The only time I ever do auctions, if I can't find a comp ever on the item, like I can't find anything about it, and I put a price out there that I'm comfortable with, and say, I'll list it for $100 or something like that, because I don't want to. It gives me the best shot at feeling a little better that I'm not losing out on anything.
See, if I was eBay, I would have it like a separate platform just for auctions, and then you just promote it that, hey, you're in your static listings or whatever, you say, hey, we have an auction site you could go. That way you have a fresh slate with the UI. You could just set it up sort of like whatnot to make it easy for people to do live auctions, as opposed to, oh, well, we're pigeonholed to how eBay listings and how the setup looks like. So we got to make it so difficult that no one knows how to get into the live auctions.
Yeah.
The last eBay auction I did, you guys remember, I think I told you guys about the 365 buttons, how it was kind of a thing there at the beginning of the year, and there was a Saturday Night Live skit about 365 buttons, and I tried to tried to take advantage of that trend and I did an auction of 365 buttons. I did it for 10 days. I promoted it. I got 5 views on that auction. 5 views in 10 days.
Wow.
It didn't sell. So then I just relisted it for $25 and it sold within a couple days.
Wow.
I mean, I don't understand how the algorithm works, but I promoted that thing and it got 5 views in 10 days.
Yeah. I love when I was running auctions and people would send me an offer for like lower than auction price. And I'm like, no, I'm selling this with the intention to get more. Why would I take less?
Yeah.
And then if it wouldn't sell and they're like, oh, so now you'll take my offer. I'm like, no, I jumped it up 25% more.
You're right.
Yeah.
And they would still buy it.
If they want it, they'll pay for it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. But all right. Well, we're at 2:01. So if we want to go ahead and we'll go around, just everybody tell them what's going on this week, where to find you, and I don't know who wants to go first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm Lori. You can find me anywhere as Happy.Picker in one form or another, pretty much all the platforms. I wanted to thank Matt for coming on today. We really appreciate having you here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and next week, actually, we're going to have Sell Trash, Get Money. Her name's Tara, but she doesn't have a YouTube, but she's all over Instagram. She's a hoot, and I think you guys will enjoy meeting her next week. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
Who wants to go next?
I'm Chad, Quirkypicker, obviously. You can find me on Instagram mainly. I think it's Quirkypicker Chad, I think. I don't remember what order it is. Chad? No, I think, yeah, not Chad Quirkypicker, Quirkypicker Chad. So, that's where I post all the interesting things that I'm either finding or experiencing on reselling. So I'm pretty active on there. Thanks, Matt, again, for coming on the show, for sure. I'm going to say my thank you, but I gotta get going here pretty quick. What else am I supposed to say? Anything? No? Good. Next.
Hey, my name's Jay, Big City Flip. Check me on YouTube, Instagram. 1-800 the deal. We're having a eBay live auction today at 3 o'clock, as you can find me. I just want to say thanks for stopping by, Matt, hanging out with us. It's really been a great pleasure. I do thank you.
Yep. All right, Matt. Tell everybody where they can find you. And
Yeah, so I'm ABCMATT. You can find me on Instagram or YouTube. First off, I want to thank you guys. It was been really fun. It was an honor to be on this podcast, and hope to be a guest sometime along the lines as well again. I have my reseller meetup at May 8th and 9th. Check it out. It's on eventbrite.com, PNW Reseller Meetup. Is what you search for. And then I might see some of you guys at the Reseller Rally in September.
Oh, yes. We'll see you there. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yep. I'll be there.
And I'm Ray, Triple R Collections. You can find me as Triple R Collections on Instagram or YouTube, or even on the Buy It All podcast every Monday. But thank you guys for joining us. Thank you again, Matt. If you guys want to buy more books,
I'm a happy camper. I bought one of them.
Yeah. No.
I wanted to see Chad's reaction when I bought it. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right, guys.
I figured it was somebody there, so I'm like, there's way too much of coincidence that did not sell to somebody listening. So,
Well,
you got me.
all
Hey,
right.
he reset the market for that book too.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Now everybody's gonna be listening there at that price. That's. So, all right, guys. I do thank everybody for joining us, and we'll all see you next week. Bye.
All right. See ya.
It's not stopping.
This is like a Seinfeld episode.
Literally
It's not
frozen.
stopping. It's
We just got like an extension of this. I can't stop it. It won't.
Hot Pockets.
Hold on, I have to refresh the page.
Well, you guys get a view hours now when you tick
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah, there we go. Let me see.
All right, well, I'm just going to pop out. See you guys
All right.
later.